Hey, hey, hey,
Let's go.
hey, 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 hey.
Fuck, nigga, breathe. What's going on, y'all? Welcome to Let's Talk Love. Thank you so much for tuning in to the hottest station on the planet, Hot 702.5. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome me.
Welcome you.
Welcome. And this is where we talk about matters of the heart, and this is where love meets beauty. I am Miss Love Doctor.
And Beauty on the Beach.
It's my beautiful co-host. What's going on, girlfriend?
Thank you. What's going on with you?
It's like this the only time we see each other now.
We've been, this work schedule. And then, this work
Life
schedule.
has been lifing.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool, though. I still be excited. We be in a parking lot like, hey, friend.
That same
But
energy.
yeah, so, had some good stuff going on this week, of course. It's a lot of little seeds that's being planted.
No, there's growing. They're growing. There's some little beads that's coming out.
Little sprouty sprouts. Let me tell y'all, right? The funny part is I was cleaning out this room situation. And they had like these little weed seeds on the tray. I'm like, look at this stupid shit. What weed still have seeds in it, right? Got cracked myself up, threw it in the dirt, kept on walking. Left, went out of town, came back. I had little sprouties.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, my little wheat seeds.
And mine is still in the bag, okay?
Not even them. Not those ones that they gave us. I was cleaning up and somebody left them and I was mad about it.
Oh, wow.
Like, first of all, who would leave that? Second of all, I'm like, what kind of weed you had that had some seeds in it? Like, is that huff, right? So I had an attitude. It wasn't a good thing.
Oh.
And I threw them in the dirt in one of those plants on the table. And when I went out of town and I came back, it was little sprouties.
Shut up, girl. Wow.
I was like, wow.
Okay.
Hey, little weed plant. I was so happy, but I don't think I cared for it right. I'm gonna have to read up on it and see what's going on. But anywho, we're gonna talk today, y'all. We're gonna be sure to, comment, love, share. Y'all could call in 702-551-5261. We always love to hear from you. You know, this is a safe space, no judgment. Honesty is our policy. Don't come up in here lying to yourself. I think
don't lie to yourself.
You gotta do that. You gotta let it be known, and then make sure keep it respectful and classy. Feel how you feel, but be respectful. So, woo, child. We talking about healthy boundaries today.
Yes, y'all. I love this because this is like playing in on, our emotional intelligence. Now we get to
I typically try to make them blend the conversations.
Always. I love that.
But this week was hard. Like, I didn't know what I wanted to talk about. There was so many things I needed to stay away from. I was like, ooh, nope, let's not talk about that. Nope, let's not talk about that. And okay, let's not talk about that. She brought something up. I was like, let's just go and stay away from that, G-ball. So the healthy boundaries. I said, you know what? Healthy boundaries is cool to talk about right now. It's a safe space.
I think it is.
For me, I ain't talking about nobody else. I'm talking about for me. If we gonna be talking about it, I gotta make sure that we in the safe space.
Okay.
So. All right. Creating. Shout out to Smile Direct. They got me a new prescription. I'm happy.
She's smiling and cheesing.
I just had to look up, cause they. I had to make them a post, and they gonna put me on the commercial. I'm gonna put that into existence. Because their customer service is like superb. Like, I be so mad when I don't have good customer service, but they have not let me down since I've started my journey. Like, if you're not happy with one thing, or if anything goes wrong, or just even if you have questions or concerns, like, they answer the phone like, how can I make you smile today? I'm like, let me think about it. So I was calling you because but yeah, like, anytime that there's any issue with your trays, like Boom Pow, they'll they have to approve it or not approve it, but they've been approving all of it. I'm like, cool. You know what I'm saying? I told them, I'm like, look, it's been a lot going on and I need some new trays. And they was like, all right, well, we're going to go ahead and send you in and get you a scan. And the same doctor I've been had, sent me out a new prescription. I was like, thank you. And they said I thought the way the tracker said it was going to be mid-October. And it was like delivered. I'm like, delivered? You should have seen me running to the mailbox.
Like, is it expensive or?
It's affordable and you can
Okay.
make payments.
Okay.
You can make payments. If you're a money person, like, if you can pay it off in bigger chunks, so you don't have to pay all that interest. Because there's interest on the back end, of course. If you make payments, they got to make their money somehow. So I was on a mission to get it paid off. So that's the crazy part. Like, they been had their money from me, but they still care about making me smile.
Yeah.
I was like,
That's a good thing.
Shout out
That's
to
a good thing, because you know that's not how I go.
I can't stand bad customer service. I can't. Because you want customer service when you go places, but then when you're in your place of work, you want people to come in and be respectful.
Exactly. That's
Where the fuck we at with that?
Oh.
So that's why creating boundaries is purposeful to keep your mental and emotional health stable.
Stable, because that should be
Stable,
rocky than the mud.
That shit is hella fluidy. But, you know, we're going to have to go ahead and define and break down, like, healthy and or boundaries. You know, I like to have the definition. So, boundaries, which this cracks me up because it says boundaries, a line that marks the limits of an area, a dividing line.
Like, that's
That's
line
it.
in the sand.
That's it.
Boom, pow.
Like, that's it.
But who are line crossers or line, like, you know, like, you got to know where to draw the line.
This line, come on now. This line needs to be drawn, and I need to make it be clear that this is a line. Because that's a whole thing, too. If you're not letting people know that this is a line, then how do they know that they're crossing the line?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, yeah, like, I want to make sure that you understand how to treat me, but how if you don't know, if I didn't tell you, if I don't know that that's even something that I should be telling you.
Yep.
But the way they broke it down, I was like, not a line. It marks a limit of areas. Like, listen, this area is limited. I love that. But healthy had the shittiest fucking definition. I didn't even write it down because it was stupid. I'm like, to be of good health. I'm like, okay, so what the hell is healthy? If we should be focusing and we should be aiming on being healthy individuals, or is that not the goal? You feel me? So healthy boundaries is allowing unhealthy boundaries. This must be my own notes. I said, if you are allowing unhealthy boundaries, there can be so much bullshit in your life. Like, you're allowing all this bullshit. As soon as you set a boundary with somebody in your life, and it might be a little quiet or lonely, but your stress level is really down. I noticed that in real life. Like, it was people in my life that I would look at the situation and be like, well, what the hell did I do for them to just stop talking to me like that or whatever? But in reality, like, you have to think about the things that you're praying for. Like, you probably was like, God, please remove all negative people, all kind of bullshit out of my life, because I don't got time, right? All of a sudden, boom, pow, you lonely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, Lord, you came too fast. Like,
I appreciate you, but I didn't know. You don't know how it's coming, so that's why when you pray, like, know what you're praying for, because you asking for this, and it shows you. So it's one particular girl. When that girl got out of my life, it was so fucking peaceful. She always had some shit. Always had some drama. And you in it, so you ain't really, you know what I'm saying, like, noticing it, but it was like always some shit. And then there was like maybe like a month after, and I was like, it ain't been no bullshit.
Like, wait a minute, we ain't had to do this week.
What's up, Mr. Liverpool? We got Mr. Liverpool in the house, y'all. We got Dee Dee. Hey, Dee Dee and Albert. They said, hey, how y'all doing?
Hello.
Let us know where y'all at with healthy boundaries. Have you been setting healthy boundaries? Do you know what healthy boundaries are? Give us your top number one that is like more like a sociable boundary, because, you know, there's different levels. But give us a boundary that you have put into place in your life, and it's helping you be successful. It's keeping your peace down. Let us know where y'all at with that.
What is yours?
Oh, shit.
My bad.
I'm under construction. I'm under construction. My boundaries are currently being reconstructed.
That's a good thing, though, because you know that you had them, and you know that you want to reestablish or
I need to reestablish them because I need to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm clearly changing. I'm growing. You know, my birthday's coming up. And I feel it. I know me. You know what I'm saying? I call it my transitions through life. So I noticed that I am creating new boundaries. And one that I am creating is that I need people to be authentic with me at all times. Like, I don't got time for fluff. I don't know why I named it fluff, but I feel like fluff is all that other shit you saying around the truth. If I say something to you, just be honest with me. I don't give a fuck what it is. Like, I'm having an issue with that. I'm having an issue with people fluffing me, as I call it.
Yeah, just get straight to the point.
Straight to it. Rip the fucking Band-Aid off. It's not going to really make a difference. What's going to make a difference is all that bullshit you doing and all this extra talking about other shit when we need to be talking about this shit.
Okay.
I don't know how I named it fluff, but I was talking to somebody. That's when I knew that it was in place, because I was like, don't fucking fluff. Don't start with the fluff.
Well, yeah, I mean, I just feel like that is a filler. People that, you know, yeah.
Well, then, you know, and I'm like, what? I'm not going to be doing good with that.
Yeah. I'm learning about boundaries. So that's the good thing. Like, you have your own sense of what you feel are boundaries just based off of, life experiences. But there's so many different things now that coincide in your life. Like, there's a lot of shit that we got to actually think about. I'm like, wow, it's the stuff that we have to process, the stuff that we have to learn. So knowing these things are going to just make our lives more easier. Because it's like, I'm the one that's feeling like I got to be the one that's like, well, did I say this? Well, was I wrong? Well, do I need to say this or should I say that, or why? Because maybe I didn't set a boundary. Maybe I didn't say, like you said, what is needed to be said. So then that way you ain't got to misunderstand what I'm saying. This is what I told you.
I learned that shit a long time ago. I told my ex, I was like, why would you cheat on me? He was like, I didn't cheat on you. We never talked about it. We didn't go together. I was like, touche, my nigga. Like, I couldn't even be mad. Like, bro, you said what you right, because we didn't have that conversation. So things that you allow people to do, can you get even mad about the shit?
You can. It's still a feeling, but
it's about respect too. Absolutely.
But once you tell them that feeling, that's what I'm excited about. Like, you have to understand how they are after you tell them how you feel. Because if you tell them and then afterwards they get in their feelings, it's like, well, why would I want to even tell you my feelings again? That's the boundary.
Because you're not even respecting what I said.
Exactly.
And how I feel.
So it's like, okay, you have to learn how people treat you after you tell them a boundary or something that is needed. And if not, you have to act accordingly.
But, most times people mistake you setting a boundary and you not bending on that boundary. Because you have standing on that boundary is that you're being selfish, or you're not really thinking about them. Like, you looking out for yourself. But like, no, I'm setting the boundary so that we can be cool. We can coexist. You know what I'm saying? So we got the definition of selfish, because that don't make no sense. Selfish is a person, action, or motive lacking consideration for others, concerns mainly with one owns personal profit or pleasure.
Thank you very much. That's never been me. Thank you. I'm like, I just want to check that shit off. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah.
What you say, Didi? You need to call in. Guess what she wrote? My piece, and then look like the little yelling man. She like, don't want to be around no negative talk or negative energy at all. Shout out to the no negative self-talk movement.
She has to, though. When we had that damn conversation about the baby, she is holding a precious thing in there.
A precious little boom boom in there.
Like, made out of love and like all of that.
Come out with a little nose.
And we want him to be like a healthy, happy, and no negative thoughts. No, none of that.
Yeah, because what you transfer.
Yeah,
baby,
that's real.
So matter of fact, I'm gonna just start sending you bullshits to make you laugh or whatever, just randomly, just jolt laughter within. But you know what? Like, setting boundaries shouldn't necessarily have a negative outlook. Like, if we all set boundaries, if we all like really sit down and set boundaries, it will allow everybody to teach everybody how to treat us. Like, everybody has boundaries.
Yeah,
like, you got boundaries. Okay, well, you mean, what's your boundaries? You got boundaries? Oh, okay, what's my boundaries?
Let me know.
Let me know what's my boundaries.
Don't call people besties yet until you know their boundaries. You should know that.
Like, how are you that person's best friend if you don't know their boundaries? How does that work out?
Boom.
Is it a title or is it like really a connection?
Yeah. Having those real talks. That's how you know somebody is like your friend, because you're able to have those uncomfortable conversations. Like, bitch, okay, well now we're good. That was something that I didn't know. Now that I know, you got to move accordingly.
I think we need to be taught this shit as children. I say that all the time. Like, you teach kids, oh, you got to share, you got to do this, you got to do that. Don't be selfish. Don't be selfish. But on the flip side, they never say, but make sure you take care of yourself. Make sure you protect yourself. Make sure you look out for yourself. Like, that is like an ultimate level of like self-love. To be about yourself, to take care of yourself. Like, I choose myself. There would be, think about it, peer pressure would be at all-time low. You know what I'm saying?
Peer pressure will definitely be, because especially you're thinking of yourself. You're not just, it's different from just you know, like, oh, no, I got to just worry about myself. It's how people around you negatively affect you and how you spew out on others because of the negative effect. So because I'm dealing with such and such, now I'm mad at everybody in my household because such and such made me mad. That's just like a trickling effect of like, hey, no, it's okay to learn to take care of yourself. When you're feeling bad about something, let somebody know, or acknowledge that with yourself and say, hey, you know what? I didn't like that. That to me felt weird. Like my daughter, when she told these boys, hey, I don't like you doing sexual stuff in front of me, so stop.
She said a strict boundary.
Like done. And she was like, no, I went to the teacher and told him, like, I don't like that. I don't like, and I said, Bree, well, you know what? You set up a boundary, girl. I was like,
let it be now, queen. Let it be now.
Like, don't do that in front of me. I'm like, well, you know, little boys, they do stupid stuff as they get older. But let's stop not saying what they do when we can just correct the behavior.
Especially if it affects you or offends you. It's okay to say that. They can go do that shit over there where the girls is snickling and glickling and shit. They like it. But people in your life need to understand too that honestly, it really has nothing to do with them, because they could take it. They need to take their self out of it. If I'm telling you something about me, and you insert you've already kicked me out of it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, take yourself out of what I'm telling you about me. I'm telling you about me, how I feel, how either you make me feel, or how I don't want you to make me feel. This has nothing to do with you. You could make a choice right then and there, like, I don't want to fuck with you. Because I'm going to cross that boundary every time. If you know yourself, don't lie to yourself, and damn sure don't lie to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But yeah, so once you, like, eliminate misunderstandings. Like, there's not a whole lot of, like, misunderstandings to keep the bullshit down. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, communication probably can flow a little bit better. You don't feel no certain kind of way about saying nothing to me. I don't feel no certain kind of way about saying nothing to you, because we already know what it is. Don't laugh.
Good. That's how it is. Like, legit. Like, nah, friend. I'm the realistic friend. I don't know why you trying to give me all this.
Yeah, she be trying to give me the fluff. She be wanting me to be in fucking fantasy land, and I be like, nah, fam. We gonna go exactly with what it is. We gonna go with what's going on. We gonna go with the proof that's in the goddamn pudding. And I'm not finna fake myself out about nothing. And I typically don't even get excited about something until I know that it's right there and it's real, because I don't got time. So Didi says, stop letting people treat me like the old Didi, because I'm not her no more, with the big letters. I heard that, Didi. And she said, I can't call in. I'm at work, ready to walk out. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Hold tight, G.
Hold on. Girl.
You need the coin. I mean, unless you got another way to make the coin, then release your soul. Release your job.
Hey, yeah, she on something else
you
right
won't
now.
break my soul.
They not about to break your soul this week.
But you know what? It's also key to know what you want.
Again, that's that self-love thing, and creating these boundaries is going to help us know what we want. Like,
I'm about to be Harpo in the back. She going to shave mister. But how do you want to be treated? How do you want to be treated? Like, as a friend?
For me, I just want consideration. I feel like I'm the friend that's not going to ask you for things. That's just something that I haven't been able to learn to ask people for things, or if I have, they haven't been able to come through, so I just choose to make sure that I do it myself. So what I would need from my friends is to know that, like, if I'm more withdrawn, or if I'm more this or I'm more that, like, sometimes be able to because that sounds stupid, like I need you to like mind read what I have going on. No, I want you to just ask more questions.
Well, I don't think it's mind reading. It's basically like being in tune with you. So if you withdraw and I don't talk to you or something like that, like, find out why.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying.
Yeah, and like it's just like the little things. Like, I just enjoy like a call, a conversation, a text message, like all those things, because I actually like seeing people. Like, I want to see your face. So if I call you, no, I'm not calling you on the phone. I'm calling you on Messenger. I want to see your face because I don't physically get to be with you. So that is my way of saying, like, hey, I still feel connected because I'm with you, just not in the same room as you.
I think COVID let us figure out a way. You definitely can kick it. We used to sit on the phone and just sit. Mother, you over there doing something, I'm doing something, something. Didi said noted.
Thank you.
I think for me, consistency is key. Because I already know who you are. As a friend, if I know you and I know your movements and I know something is going on and I come to you and I ask you and you tell me nothing is going on, but you still not being your same self, which leads to inconsistency in the way, in the pattern, and how we act. And if anything is changing, just say that.
Yeah.
If you feel like you shifting, you changing, you growing, you don't want to fuck with me like that, say that.
That's hard, though.
It's not hard.
It is hard.
It's really not hard. It's really not hard. What is hard is making it awkward between people. Making a relationship unhealthy that don't need to be that way because you can't say what you need to say.
True.
Say what you need to say. Say that shit and mean that shit. And nobody can feel no way about how you feel. Like, if I feel a way, that's on me. Like I said, I have to take myself out of that. If I feel a way, I don't feel a way about what you said because that's how you feel. But I feel a way about what you said because of how I made you feel. Right? So that's the shit I'm going to have to look at. Like, I got to apologize for that. Like, well, damn, I didn't mean to make you feel a way, but I did mean A, B, C, and X, Y, Z. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, so knowing your needs versus your wants is key as well. Because you might need certain things out of a friendship or relationship or relationships, work relationship, whatever. You may need certain things out of it, but there's a lot of things that you just want. Like, everything isn't like, oh my God, like such a heavy thing. Like, some people, like, I need to talk to you every single day to know that our friendship is locked in. And that's not
I enjoy talking to my friends every day, though.
There's nothing wrong with that. What I'm just saying is, for some people, that's not a need.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As long as some people you tap in once a week. Some people want you to tap in every couple of days.
That makes sense.
You know, like, I had to ask somebody that over the weekend. Like, well, how often do you want to chat?
That's a good thing, though.
How often do you want to hear from me? Because I don't want to ever be the person that's like, oh, or I don't want to be too pull back reserved. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Because I could be either.
Yeah.
Easy.
And it just depends on the friendship. Because there's some people that you can just, and I've learned that there definitely is some people that you can go to the club with, some people that you can go to this with, some people that you can do that with. It's great that you can have friends that you can do everything with, right?
Yeah.
But it's okay to be like, you have friends for certain things, or that's what they like. Like, okay, well, I know that she's a homebody this many days, but if I do this, she gonna want to do that.
Yeah. If I go to the Pottery Barn, she gonna want to go.
Yeah, she gonna want to do that. So, hey, let's do a painting sip. You the friend that want to do that. I don't really want to be in the club. I'd rather I still feel like I'm not in my age of where I want to sit my ass down. I said I'm in my age of I want to be outside because I want my friends to be outside.
We gonna be outside.
I
define outside. What's outside?
Outside is not inside. That's what. Period.
Out the house. I don't care where we at.
I don't care. Park. I don't care if we getting our nails done. I don't care if we going grocery shopping. I don't care if we going to buy stuff for the house. I'm that friend like, oh, okay, well, if I ain't got nothing to do, I pull up. I want to go outside. I want to do something.
Yeah.
I was an in-the-house kid. People don't understand that. And when I say I don't want to live in the house anymore, I want to actually live and have fun and create
memories.
Create memories.
Girl,
you remember that time? It's like, blah, blah.
Yeah.
That's what I want. That's what I want. And that's what I want for my kids when they get old enough to start experimenting, if that's what they want. I'm not telling them to just be outside. I want you to... Justin is an outside person, like me.
He'd be like, "Let's go."
I'm like, Justin, it's 10 o'clock. Where this girl mama? Like, where the boy mama at? Is she coming? I can come get you. I'm that type of mama. I'll pull up. Where you at? Drop me your location. I'll come and get you. He like, it's kind of far. Don't worry about it. Just give me the thing.
Right. So we got K Nicole Looks in the house. What's going on, K Nicole?
I need you, girl.
Knowing how to articulate so people can understand.
That's what I'm working on.
Is key.
Yeah.
That might be my coin, is key. I've been writing that down on a lot of things over the weekend.
It's key.
So the boundary, why it's important and how to like execute it. So they understand why you're setting the boundary, why it's important to you, and how to execute the boundary.
And you gotta tell them all that.
I mean, you want to articulate it to them in a way where they understand, because I could tell you that this is my boundary, but if you don't even know anything about it, or you don't know how to understand where I'm coming from,
so give me an example.
It doesn't make sense. Shit.
I just want to like have clear,
like me being able to articulate a boundary. Okay, so I don't particularly like for people to pull up to my house without me being aware of it.
Okay.
So if you're going to come to my house, I'm going to need for you to give me a call so that I can know that you're coming. Some people may say, I might need you to let me know a day or two before you're coming, but a set boundary so you understand that I don't like, or I feel some kind of way, or it makes me nervous if people pull up to my house. So I need for you to give me a call and let me know that you're going to come, because I don't want to be surprised.
Boom, that's a good
And then you pull up to my house like that. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, but you just have to sit and really, think about what you will allow and what you will not allow from people. And, what basically how you want to interact with them and how you want them to interact with you. Right? What brings peace to your life? What disrupts the peace in your life? What's your triggers? What makes you upset? What's trigger words? What's trigger actions? You know what I'm saying? Like a definitely boundary for me is I don't horseplay. Don't hit me. Don't pinch me. Don't do none of that shit. I don't play fight. You know what I'm saying? That's a real fucking thing. So, sometimes like you flinching at me and doing all this shit, that might be a trigger for me. You don't know that. So if I'm telling you that this is a boundary for me, don't play with me like that. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't know how to like articulate it, sometimes just sit down and write it out.
Okay.
Write down things that as it come to you, and people think like, oh my God, I need to sit down, I need to write all this stuff down. No. Find a place where you can write down, and every time you think of something, because it's going to come to you in random times, like, you know what, I really don't. I do be saying this, or I do feel like this, or I don't like when people do this, or I do like when people do that. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and make you a whole little boundary list, and you just keep adding to it.
I like that.
Because at the same time, you're not going to think of everything that you feel right then and there, like if you're having a conversation with somebody. Plus, we upgrade, we change, we grow. You know what I mean? So boundaries that you set for yourself in your 20s might not be the same in your 40s.
Yes, I think it's changing.
You know what I'm saying? And you have to be firm, fair, and consistent. You understand what I'm saying? Once you set the boundary, you have to be firm on that. You got to stand on it 10 toes down. Because the second that you don't, you know what I'm saying, you relax those boundaries, people take you for giving them as, you know what I'm saying, like, oh, well, she ain't on shit.
Yeah.
She set boundaries, but I done did this, I done did that. Don't take that shit for granted, though. Just because I let you slide don't mean you slid. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
like you
keep
just
slide.
slide from base to base and shit. No, I let you do that shit. I laxed on that boundary because that was my choice. But it's still a boundary. You know what I'm saying? So it's up to me to be like, well, how many times am I gonna let said person get away with said thing? I'm not saying like they breaking different boundaries because you gotta let people learn. But at the same time, if you keep breaking the same boundary,
okay,
you know what I'm saying? Now you're a repeat offender. You on bullshit.
Watch him.
Law and order.
Yeah, them trigger words. That's what I'm learning. Okay.
Definitely. But speaking your truth should not be looked at as a conflict.
Can you say it one more time? I just wanted to inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale.
Speaking your truth should not be viewed as a conflict. It's your truth. And the thing about your truth is sometimes people can take it or they can fucking leave it. You know what I'm saying? And it's not about like in a rude way, but either way it go, it's my truth. So I pose this question and it's about cheating. You know that's gonna get all the comments. And it's just annoying that grown folks is so comfortable with lying and cheating. Like, how old are you? You can't go to the person and be like, listen, this is hey, it's in my genes, in my DNA. This is what I gotta do, and I love you, but I gotta do this.
I'm just gonna slide on the Tanisha apps. I'm just,
every once in a while,
she been giving me the eye.
That man said on that one post, he said, women needs to understand that it's law. I said, oh,
what's law?
It's an unspoken law. It's just a law between y'all. If that's the case, we need to bring this shit back to the drawing board. Because we need some new motherfucking laws. That's how I feel. And we definitely going to have a show on cheating, so don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it, sweetheart. But the thing about it is the beauty of telling the truth is you're not lying or misleading anybody anywhere. You know,
you don't have hidden motives. You're saying
I don't have no hidden motive.
Truth.
Once you bring it back to me, it still is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like, people are so quick to be like, well, y'all can't handle the truth. Y'all can't handle the truth. And typically, it's men saying that women can't handle the truth. But first of all, respect me enough to know that I would understand and can handle any and every motherfucking thing. I don't have a choice. That's called life. I don't have a choice but to handle everything. So don't tell me or don't really get to pick and choose what you feel that I can and cannot handle. So you think I can handle you cheating and you want me to forgive you, but I can't handle your truth?
But then,
who taught y'all that?
But then they say that
unlearn that shit.
Please unlearn it. But I want to understand, why do they ask for respect? Because that's big on their part. But aren't you disrespecting when you're lying?
And disrespecting yourself, because first of all, how you calling yourself a man and or a woman, and you a grown ass woman and you stand on yourself, like how are you even saying you a whole ass respectable person when you lying to get what you want out of life? And you can still get the same motherfucking outcome by telling the truth. Like, listen, this is what I want. I'm not asking you, I'm telling you. It's a difference. And you don't have to tell nobody in a rude way, but if I'm married and my husband says, hey, we've been together and I want to have sex with other people, I know what I probably am going to say, but he probably already knows that already. But I'm just saying, hypothetically, right?
Hypothetically.
Would you or would you not be able to be like, well, shit, I respect you more for telling me. I respect you more for telling me that you want to have sex. That means you give a fuck about how I feel.
Yeah.
You care if this shit gonna hurt my feelings. You care if it's gonna break my heart. Go and do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Because you was gonna do it any fucking way. But you respected me enough to tell me that you were gonna do it. You respected me enough to tell me that you was gonna bust the move. You respect me enough to tell me you ready to start a business. Like, we respect each other. Like, people want to take respect and just throw that shit all the way out the window.
Yeah.
Start being honest and transparent at all time. You know what I'm saying? The truth isn't something that can't be handled. That's stupid. I really want people to unlearn that. What it is that you can't handle my choice that I get to have once I know your truth. Ooh. So don't tell me what I can't handle. What it is that the choices that I have now that I know your truth, you probably can't handle that shit. Because now we both cheating? Is that what it is? I ain't going to be cheating. I'm too
know
old
what
to be
you said,
sneaking, and I ain't finna be lying and shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's too much. It's stupid. The more I was reading them comments, I'm like, this is the stupidest shit I've ever heard of. And we was going back and forth and back and forth. I said, lying is a taught behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Unteach yourself that shit. You don't have to lie to get what you want. When you tell the truth about shit, you still get what you want. If your kids come to you and you like, mama, like, I broke this lamp. You know what I'm saying? I really want to work it off. Like, I know I ain't got no money, but can I do some chores or something? Because I don't feel like getting in trouble. Look at how that look versus, I don't know who broke it.
Oh, I hate that shit.
Ain't nobody
like
in it. I got
here.
you on camera. You know it say, smile, you on camera. You know I know you broke it. But you going to still lie?
Man.
Because you were taught that.
Yeah.
You were taught that.
Yeah. And I hate that shit.
So what type of boundaries do you think we need?
Girl, well, I just found out that there's like certain types. So, I mean, for me, mine's is only going to be like,
I got you.
yeah.
I got you. Tell me the ones you want. Tell me the ones you want.
So, for me, I want like
physical boundaries?
Physical boundaries, because I don't want nobody ever putting their hands on me.
Sexual boundaries?
Because I come from trauma, so yes. And
emotional or mental boundaries?
I don't want nobody fucking with my head either, though. I don't want nobody trying to play mind games, gaslight, like all this shit that be popping up on. It be like, well, shit, is this happening? Why is they thinking like, why is this shit all up on my motherfucking timeline?
I was listening to something and he said, if you own real estate, you own a dwelling and you renting it out to people, and as you're renting it out to people, you're not gonna let them live in there for free. They gotta pay rent. They gotta pay their rent, or guess what? You kick them out. He was like, so why let somebody live in your head or fuck with your emotions for free and not kick them out? Treat them the same as you would treat any other unwanted tenant.
That's a good way of putting it and making sure your mind is. That's a really.
You gotta
good,
go.
Yeah,
you gotta go. You gotta go. And I love the fact that there are separate boundaries. Like, just think about spiritual or religious boundaries. There, that you have to set those. You have to set those in the workplace. You have to set those with humans walking down the street, people walking up to you. You know what I'm saying? You have to set those. So even with, like, when I do my weddings, I ask people specifically in my intake form, like, do you want God mentioned? Yes or no? You know, because some people, they have firm boundaries on religion. And it's like, and if you do, what type of religion are you looking for? Is it, you want it funny? Do you want it traditional? How do you want it? You know, and people know what they want.
They do.
Oh, they know what they want when they come to that wedding. They be like, oh, no, don't bring up the Lord.
The Lord.
So
what are some different type of, you spoke on a few, is that all of them, or?
No, the ones that I have is physical boundaries, sexual boundaries, emotional and mental boundaries, spiritual and religious boundaries, financial and material boundaries. That one is heavy.
So what,
being able to say no sometimes. That's a boundary. Especially if you know you financially not in a place to help somebody out. Yeah, you may have it, but do you have it to give?
Yeah.
And it's okay to say, I don't have it. I can't this time. I'm sorry. You know, whatever it is. But people know when you have a good heart, typically you're going to try to figure it out. And those same said people will typically fucking use you and run you till you dry. Like, you know that I have a good heart, so why not let me do for you when you really need for me to do for you? Why run me dry so then I don't want to fuck with you?
Look at the keys. She dropping like 5, 6, 17 keys.
There's a key.
That's good though.
And material boundaries, you know, like, I don't know. I'll use siblings as an example. Like, don't wear my clothes. Don't wear my shoes.
I hated that shit. Remember when Cross Colors was out? I was like, oh, so you want to wear my shorts? So you going to want to wear my skirts next? My brother like, dang.
Wow. That's how you came at him?
I didn't mean to. My bad. But that was a boundary. Like, this was mine. I didn't have a lot of things that were mine. You know, if you have more than one sibling, you share shit. Right? So having that one thing that you like, that you gonna fuck up my shit that I like,
What's up, Tia? We got Tia in the house. Tia P. Beautiful.
Beautiful you.
I always say it wrong. Beautiful body and contouring and sculpting.
Yeah, she gonna be on
Got
here
it.
real soon.
Got
real
it.
soon.
Yeah, she be shucking and jabbing. But anyway, speaking of that, time boundaries. Why?
Cause my ass is always late to something, and my intentions is always to be on time. But my ass,
time boundaries can be where, like, listen,
I'm
you
okay.
had an obligation.
Okay.
You said you were gonna go somewhere. When you got off work, you were tired. You wanted to go home, take a bath, and sip some wine, and put your feet up and get your booty rubbed instead of going to this said place.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I really want to come to your engagement, and I want to be there, but sometimes you do want people to show up fully. Because if you showing up half-assed, like, you ain't even yourself anyway. So go on and set your time that you're putting for yourself aside. But in reality, though, like, time though, for some people, for a lot of people, and it needs to be for everybody, is that you do need to set aside, regardless if it's a half a day, 4 hours of self-care, self-time, at least once a week, because you are putting yourself out so many different places. And we'll just go ahead and put it out there. For one, most time is work. You know what I'm saying? Like, you spending 80 hours every 2 weeks at this place. You know, so you have to take that said time to just clear your head, fill your cup back up, get your energy right, get your spirits right, get your mental right, set yourself back up so that when you go back in, you can come back in a little bit more full than you know what I'm saying, you started out with. Because at the beginning, you running around here on E. Ooh, out of all people on the show today, we got Charlie. He said, so you out here telling my business?
I was like, what did I say? No, we were like, we're a year apart.
Cross colors.
Yeah,
them cross colors.
Yes, Charlie, yes. I didn't say everything.
So then you know what the major one is, your non-negotiable.
Ooh.
There's no negotiating on that. Like sitting on my bed with your clothes on, non-negotiable.
Oh yeah, she don't even let you, like, you can't even come in and step on like your shoes. Yeah, or having your jacket on in the kitchen.
Non-negotiable.
Take it off.
Wash your hands.
Wash.
Just
your
think about it,
hands. But these are all
if you
things
put
that's
a jacket
beneficial.
on. If you have a jacket on, you come in from outside. Hey, how you doing? It's a little, cooking potluck situation. You come in with your damn jacket hanging down, leaning in the pots, leaning in the pans, like, bro, your whole jacket in the macaroni. Get your ass out the kitchen. I can't stand it. Non-negotiable. You have any non-negotiables?
I don't think so. I mean, that I'm gonna be like, no, I don't know.
I feel bad that I had one right off the bat.
Yeah, I was like, fuck, what is that? I mean, I don't know. Just, as long as you don't hit me, I don't like.
Non-negotiable.
That's a non-negotiable.
Well, I already said I don't even like to.
I had one fight in my life, and that feeling of getting hit, I don't ever want to feel it again. For me, that was enough. Like,
but you hit people when you laugh and stuff.
I know, and I learned that when she hit my ass back. I said, "Oh, that's a non-negotiable, bitch. Do not touch." Cause I'm like, I'm thinking my little tap is again, but it's everybody is different. So once I learned that shit, and her little hands is strong,
girl.
Yes, I was like, shit, I feel like I got my ass whooped. That's how
girl, she's so under the act right now. I did with the same thing she had been doing to me for the last half an hour, tapping my damn arm.
Like, girl,
and I tapped her ass back, and she was like, why did you hit me so hard? I was like,
hey, you know what? But again, I've learned.
I was triggered. I'm like, stop hitting me. I had told her that like 10 times.
And then
like,
once
stop
I did,
hitting me.
I don't do it no more.
She do.
I still do it?
Yes, you do.
Very lightly?
Yeah. No, not like that one day. Not like that day. I'll tell you.
Remind me. Because I don't want that. I can get my ass whooped. I remember all my ass whoopings.
Yeah, we ain't no ass whoopings. We too old for that.
I just said I remember ass whoopings. That's the only thing that I could take. I didn't want nobody else to physically hit me after a ass.
Don't hit me. I mean, you know. But benefits of setting boundaries.
Yeah, give me some, because I need a lot.
The last thing we was just talking about with time boundaries. Oh, maybe we should try to see which one goes with which. So time boundaries, I would say, wards off burnouts.
Oh,
You don't burn out. You're not just completely exhausted because you are taking that time to get yourself together. Let's
That makes
see.
sense.
So emotional and mental boundaries, it would say, they said, improve your overall emotional and mental health.
dang. Okay.
Right?
There's
So then we
benefits.
got improve relationships.
Which boundary is that one?
No, these are just benefits.
Benefits.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So which one? Okay. So you want me to go back to the ones that I have? Improve relationships, I would say, can be sexual, physical. I think overall all of them, honestly, because you're in relationships with different people on different realms of life. So physical boundary, sexual boundary, emotional boundary, spiritual boundary, financial. I think all of them is with your friends. I mean, not friends, but in relationships.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
let's think about spiritual, or religion. If I ask you to come to my church and we're cordial, we're friends, but you don't believe in the same God as me, and you're like, no, that's okay. Like my grandma's friends, they always want us to go to the mosque with them, and they always bring down the little word book because they Jehovah's Witness, and they always be like, and you can come down and watch it on TV with us. They are so cute, and I just respect them, and I say no, thank you.
That's nice.
No, thank you. Or I'll just be like, maybe one time. I don't know, though. Because I don't want to be giving them no false.
Yeah.
I ain't finna be lying to y'all.
No,
here.
growing up as a Jehovah's Witness is again, as a kid, knocking on people's doors like, these people, this day weekend, ma. Why I gotta knock on their door?
They don't want to be bothered. I was never good at telemarketing. I remember we was working a telemarketing job, and me and my best friend we worked side by side. I kept looking at her cubicle like, bro, these people don't want to be bothered with us. I think we need to quit because this ain't working out.
But yeah, that's a respectful boundary of like, hey, you know what? I respect your religion enough to say, hey, this is not for me, but I'm never going to be disrespectful.
Right. Right. Like, I ain't coming to that. You want me to? Oh, no, thank you. And they'll go sometimes, and they bring like little food down and stuff. They used to bring food for Granddad all the time, little beans and stuff. It was cute. But anyway, this one is major. It makes clear expectations for others.
I think that is what's needed in the world.
Like, what do you expect from me? What do you want from me? How do you want me to show up? How do you want me to act? How often do you want me to call you? Do you want me to be concerned? If you're going through something, do you want me to pull close? Do you want me to draw away? Like, how do you want me to treat you? Make the expectations clear.
I think that is very. So, do you feel like when we're kids, that's how we are supposed to? How do you build? Because these are great things, but you have to build up to it. Like like these things are every day that you're happening and creating these things. It's like a muscle that you're trying to work out. Right? Learning how to communicate, learning how to say your needs, learning how to say your boundaries. Like, how do you get comfortable, or where would you start at if you know that you're not good with this?
As an adult,
Yeah.
you're going to get tired. Enough is going to be enough. And the sad part about it is you don't want enough to be at your detriment, at your health, at your expense. Now, because you've allowed all this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So at some point, you're gonna want to try something new. You're gonna want to try something different because what you've been doing is not working. And there's nothing wrong with that. Going back to the drawing board, like figuring it out. What's different? What do we need to change?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, the next benefit is it decreases stress. So your stress level ultimately stays lower. At least with these things going on with the people that you're in close relations with, your stress level can be lower with them, so that all the other bullshit that's hitting you out the blue roundhouse kicking and shit.
Yeah.
At least your immediate wherever when you go to work, there's boundaries and expectations there. Everybody know their role. Everybody here to make money. We here to have a good time and go home. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's make these expectations clear.
Yeah.
Don't bring your bullshit into this job. and all your unhealthy shit that you know. Because that's really what it is. When it be all that work drama, it's somebody with some bullshit on how they acting at home and everything they got going on.
Yes.
So, it improve your self-care capabilities. You, like, typically want to take better care of yourself. Like, okay, well, I have these boundaries set. So, and then we going to respect from others and respect for self. You start to respect yourself more, people will start to respect you more. So make sure you respect who you are at all times, and then other people don't have no other choice, because that's a boundary that you set for yourself.
Okay, that makes sense.
Like, I don't tolerate disrespect. Like, for me, for men, like, I don't talk to men disrespectful because I don't want them talking to me like that. And I don't want to talk to a man disrespectful because in my outlook, I don't feel that it's suitable to talk to a man like that. Unless you a clown, then I don't know what to tell you. But what we're going to do is we're going to wrap the show up, and we're going to talk about how we going to kick off this self-love month. I don't know what I want to call it, but I want